Hey friends, I'm Barb Rimhall and welcome to Stampin' Cross Country Scrapbook Sunday. This is the first time that we've done this and I am going first because quite honestly, this will be the first scrapbook page that I've ever made. So they're letting me go first, which is a smart thing. If you are seeing this particular video, it means that I unfortunately am down with a very bad cold. Yesterday, I was starting to lose my voice, and so I decided that I better pre-record this video just in case. And unfortunately, if you're seeing this, this means that I probably don't have a voice. So we are pre-recorded, but I'm still going to make a scrapbook page that I hope that you enjoy. So let me turn my camera over and we'll get started scrapbooking. Okay, if you are a beginner scrapbooker, I recommend what I'm going to use today, and I recommend it quite solidly because I had never tried this before, and it makes life so easy. This is one of Stampin' Up's scrapbook kits. It's a workshop kit, and you get so much in this kit, it's not even funny. You get a ton of designer series paper, you get a ton of stickers, you get a ton of die cuts. I mean, it's got everything you could possibly need. But what I love about it is that you also get 3 two-page spreads, which is amazing. And they're so easy. They have great how you die cut all your paper, or not die cut, how you cut with your trimmer all your paper. You get, so basically a complete cutting guide, and then it tells you step by step what to put where. Now, this was going to be a little much for me for my first scrapbook page to do on camera. So I took elements from this kit and made my own very, very simple scrapbook page. And I want to share that with you. Now, this page, let me get my second spread out of here. This page is all about my grand puppy, Jasper, who I love dearly. And because this is my first scrapbook page, I wanted to mostly have pictures because I'm making this page for my daughter, Maggie. Maggie got Jasper when he was, I think it was 8 weeks old. I don't know. He was really tiny. But the minute I saw him, I said, oh my gosh, Maggie, this is going to be one big dog because he has huge feet. I mean, his feet were almost bigger than his head. Unfortunately, when Jasper, like 4 or 5 weeks later at the most, Maggie's fiance, unfortunately, was diagnosed with cancer. He was in his early 30s. Maggie at the time was only 23. And sadly, Matt passed away. So for the first 5 months of his life, I think it was 5 or 6 months, Jasper lived with me. And oh my gosh, you guys, I fell in love with this dog. And all the bad habits that Matt and Maggie were determined to not have Jasper get, like sleep on a bed. Unfortunately, grandma spoiled him rotten, and he now is used to sleeping on a bed. So I have to take mea culpa on that one. But I picked 8 of my personal favorite pictures of Jasper. Jasper is 150 plus pound black lab and Great Dane. He is huge. And when I say huge, I mean huge. But he is the sweetest dog you would ever want to meet. And it was really hard only picking 8 pictures. So what I did is I took the pictures, I decided which of the ones I wanted to have because they all had personal meaning for me. And then I just cut them to either 4x6 or 4x4. So I've got 4x6s and 4x4s. So my first decision, and it was not an easy decision, my first decision was, how am I going to lay these out? And what background paper do I want to use? Well, Jasper is so black, he's almost blue. And I really liked this blue paper with some of the other colors. I have a red, I have greens. So this neutral paper just felt to me like it was going to be the best for Jasper. And I think this one has another side. Yeah, this is more of a nature, hiking, that kind of thing, scrapbook kit. And I didn't really want that for Jasper, even though they had been hiking a lot. Those weren't my favorite memories of Jasper. So what I decided to do is, first of all, go with this paper. And then second of all, how do I want to lay this out? Do I want, look at him, he's so gentle. He's like Norm in Cheers, if you're old enough to remember Cheers. He goes into places and people go, Jasper! Everybody knows Jasper. It's incredible. But anyway, I could either go like this, or I could have gone like this. And I ended up on this particular page, I ended up going with these two pictures at top and these at the bottom because I really wanted to use this sticker that was in the kit. And by the way, I don't think I said the name of that kit. The kit is called Weekend Adventures, which just seemed perfect for Jasper. So the first thing I decided to do is I wanted to bring in a few more of the elements that were in the kit because I didn't want to waste them. So the first thing that I decided to do was go with this beautiful wood grain paper. It is only on one side. It's a really high quality paper. And I'm going to glue this. This is going to be my front page. Oh, of course, my glue is stuck. Let's see here. I might need to break out. Nope, there we go. See, I might need to break out a new one. So I cut this 2.5 by 12. So very simple cut. Remember, this is my first scrapbook page. And if I'm totally honest, I designed this just like I would design a card. It's not that I don't like scrapbooking. It's just that I'm a really impatient person. And so for me, I was first introduced to rubber stamping through card making, and I loved it. I had never had a hobby in my life. I just realized, I hope my mic was working there. I had never had a hobby in my life, but I loved card making because it was instant gratification. And I think with these scrapbooking kits, I'm going to feel that same way about scrapbooking because everything's laid out for me. It's basically like an ABCD. It's not like a puzzle because I am not good at puzzles. I do not like puzzles. So Stampin' Up, I'm trying to see if I have one here. They even tell you, I don't know if you could see that, but they even tell you, okay, this circle, this die cut circle goes on project 2. So it's not a puzzle. It just takes a few minutes to organize it. And then in addition to the die cuts and the paper, they do have one page of stickers, which makes life super simple. Let me just take that off and put that right there. I'm going to have to do this sideways. I am not used to working with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. So this is going to take me a minute. And I'm just going to add that to make it super easy for me. I am just going to add it to the edge of that designer paper. So there you go, guys. It doesn't get much easier than that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the pictures. And again, I mean, can you believe that he would wear that? He was just like, okay, whatever you want, Mommy, I'll put it on there. This is a hike he did with Maggie. And they ended up at the beach. Maggie lives in Seattle, Washington, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Washington state. So I think I'm going to do that and put the greens across from each other. I think I'm okay with that. And before I put everything down, I want to make sure that that's going to work. So see, I can do that just like that. I'll probably put it up higher because I don't want to lose these cute puppy faces. He's 9 years old now. He's not that much of a puppy, 8 or 9. I can't remember exactly how old he is. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do. I just want to make sure. Let me make sure I don't want it like this. I don't think I do because, let me see. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. I lose the water, but no, I think I'm going to keep it the way I had it. That's the one thing I've learned about scrapbooking. It's not that the layouts are hard. You just, everyone is going to be different because you're really focusing on your pictures, right? So let me go ahead. I want to know if I need to bring this down more. I kind of like these here and here. So I'm going to give myself about 1 inch at the bottom and the top. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, so I'm going to give myself, I'll do this side first. I'm going to give myself 1 inch at the bottom. I don't think I can give myself 1 inch on the side, but it doesn't matter because it's a side-by-side spread. So let's just go ahead and put him, oh, I think I need that higher. Let's just put that right here. And then it's easy to line up the other 3 once you've got the first one where you want it. Let me line this one up. And this is a scrapbook that I'm going to start making for my daughter, which makes me very happy because she is going to love this. It really does make me wonder, why have I not scrapbooked before? It really does, because I've been meaning to. I have 2 daughters that I need to scrapbook, but one of the things that a friend of mine who scrapbooks all the time told me, shout out to Connie, start where you're at. Don't try to go back and catch up or you'll drive yourself insane. So this one is a little, I kept this one a little bit different, but that's okay. All right, so let's bring this picture in. So the one thing I've learned in making this page is start with your pictures. Everything goes back to your pictures. And this, I thought this kit would work. I actually, guys, I found it. I knew I had bought a scrapbooking kit to try, but I didn't know where. There we go. Now we've got them all on where it was, and I actually found it, which I'm so grateful for. Because if I had tried to do this without having this kit to work with, I hate to think. I really do. I would have just been like staring at it like sometimes I stare at a card. Okay, so I'm just going to take the banner and I'm going to put the banner right here. I'm going to bring it down. I've thought about angling it, but I don't really have, I should have put this picture over here. Well, you know what? Live and learn. Okay, so life is better outdoors. And then I knew that I wanted to journal because I have a lot to say about these pictures. And again, you can see where it says, okay, if you were doing the kit the way it was meant to do, this would go on project 2, and it would go on this circle that's also project 2. So I don't want to get glue on this. Let me make sure I don't. And it's very easy, but it just gives that little bit more of color. So I think I'm going to put this right here. Or I'm going to put, oops, I just moved that. I know better. Or do I want to put it right here? I don't know yet. Let me see. I'm not sure. So then I thought, oh, this is perfect. This was a nature walk. So I am going to, which is supposed to go on project 3. If I ever try to make these pages, I'm going to be really mad at myself because I'm not going to have some of the things that I need. But you know what? It does not matter. I'm off camera. I'm sorry. So I'm going to put that here. And then that gives me room to journal. And then I saw this and I thought, ooh, this is cool. It's like a little tab, which I can't seem to get off my table. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. Yeah, that's cool. I think I want to do it. Do I want to do it like that? Oh, I wish I was live so I could ask you guys and you could tell me. I don't think so. I think I am going to just put a little bit of glue along the bottom. Let me move this page up so I have some room to work. And I'm just going to leave that border. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then I could put white here, or I could do just a really strong black marker or even a white marker. And then I'm going to take my scissors. And they do have, the kits do have this. Oh, I could actually just use this. Just use the back side. So it would go here to here. And then I could journal that. Perfect, except it shouldn't be white. It should be ivory. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm going to use this anyway. And I think I'm going to use what I learned with card making, and I'm just going to angle this a little bit, just to give it a little bit of oomph. There we go. And then I'll just put this here. It doesn't give me very much room to write, but what I'll probably put there is the date of when this picture was taken. It was actually taken in the fall, and most of the rest were done in the, no, I'm not really sure I like the way that looks. Well, it's good enough. I'm going with it. And then what I want to do on here is I want to put a heart, and then the sticker heart. I think I want the big heart here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wait till that's on the page. So I'm actually almost done with this page because I want to keep it fairly simple. I got to figure out where the circles. This is a big circle. But I don't want to cut. I wonder if I could cut that in half, what that would look like. I'm too scared to try, if I'm really honest. Like turn it into a semicircle. But I think I'm just going to put it here. Oh, I should have had, this is chart. Okay, so lesson number 1 to learn from Barb is, okay, I could put it here. Decide where you want your elements to go before you totally glue them down. I had to learn that the hard way. I don't think I'm going to use this, guys. That's a little bit too big. So I am just going to put this on. Maybe put it right here. Maybe put it right here. Maybe put it right here. Oh, yeah, I'll put it up there. So definitely decide where you want things to go for sure before you glue it down. Lesson number 1. I will remember that in the future. Now, I did want to use these hearts. I feel like I'm really missing something down here. There might be something in my, let's see, what do we think of that here? It doesn't give me very much room to journal. I think I'm going to go with that because I don't like the way that looks. So I'm just going to put that heart right there. Got a little bit of glue right there. I definitely need something here, so I might come back after I do the next page. Although that might work, because I could write on that, right? And do it maybe this way. I should have put this, I'm learning. I'm definitely learning, and what I'm learning is don't glue down. Oh, I don't like those two colors together. Don't glue down until you know for sure where you want it. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down and probably say that 4 more times after I put it down. Why did I put it there? So, okay, I'm about to have a coughing spell. I think actually, oh, well, now I can't move it up. Okay, now if I was going to do this again, I might put it over here, but I've already put glue here, so that's where we're at. Okay, we're done. That is page number 1. The thing I am telling myself is that this is not a card, this is a scrapbook page. And so for sure, the focus is not the elements. The focus are the pictures. And I think as long as I keep reminding myself of that, I'm going to be totally good with however it looks, because what I'm really wanting people to focus on are the pictures of this adorable puppy. And I think, like card making, scrapbooking is very similar. The more you do, the better you get, because you'll remember things that you've done in the past. And so I'm just keeping that in mind. Okay, so I am going to put this on. Oh, wait, make sure you go on the same. Okay, they were going down on my first page, so I want them to go down on my second page. Whew, I almost screwed that up, although I doubt it would have been that bad. Uh-oh. Let's see how well these come back up once you press them down. Ooh, thank heavens. This, my friends, was extremely crooked. There we go. Okay, I can live with that. All right, so now I've got more pictures. This was his birthday that he just had. Jasper had 32 people come to his birthday. And this was him when those ears, what are the ears of that show on Disney? With the little creature that kind of was like E.T. Oh, I can't think of it, but he looks so cute. And I am pretty sure that on this one, I have to do the same design that I did before, because, yeah, otherwise it cuts him off. Okay. But I could do them on the bottom. I think I'm going to do that because I think having the big ones all across the top are going to make it look like too even. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do this. This is how he would always sit at my house. This is actually at my house. And when he visited, he would come and he would look out the window because he didn't have a big window to look at his house. And he missed that. Okay. I should have, this is down. That's okay. I'm just going to move it down. All right. So the one thing I want to do before I do anything else is glue this one down because it needs to be lower to the page so that that banner doesn't totally cover him up. So let me do that first because we want that woof in there. Those balloons that Maggie got him. Yeah, it's such a cool, it's such a cool party. He had a better party than I had for my birthday, as it should be. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down, just because I know I want it at the same level, which is good. So let's just put that one down. I really love this paper. Every time I look at this paper, I think, ooh, I could make a really cool card with that. Now, I think I'm going to need that up there. Yeah, see, it needs to go up more too. I wonder how that's going to look with the page across from it. This will be one of those learning experiences for me that I may say later, oh, you should have done both page layouts. I'm starting to lose my voice again. 2-page layouts before you glued all 8 down. I bet you I'm going to end up saying that, but that's okay. There we go. Now let's do this one. I don't think you could find an easier scrapbook page layout. So for those of you that are scrapbookers, my apologies. Ooh, I got a lot of glue right there. My apologies, because this is my first page, so I'm not going to apologize for it, but you'd think I could have gotten a little bit. Now, I did want this raised a little bit. I hope that is an okay thing to do in scrapbooking. I don't know if it is or not. I need my Take Your Pick tool. I'm just going to assume it's okay. Ooh, these are not wanting to come off. So thank you for, it's like watching paint dry when somebody removes Stampin' Dimensional. So hang in there with me and look at that gorgeous puppy. He's so cute. He's such a sweet dog. I mean, you would think a dog, and he scares the heck out of people when they first see him. And then, oh my gosh, he would just love you to death. Maggie was going to have him be, one of those dogs that goes to the hospital because Maggie works with autistic children. But I don't know whatever happened to that plan. I think he was approved. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to bring out this other page and see if there's anything. Ooh, I don't like that with that. Is this a sticker or did I glue this on? I am actually going to rip this off. I can hear everybody out there going, but I don't like it. I don't like that part there. So I'm just going to pull it off. I am positive this is not something that scrapbookers do, but that's okay. And I'm just going to put that there. I like that much better. Much better. Okay. And hopefully I can use the circle that was on page 1. So I'm just going to put this here because his scarf kind of had, I kind of want it the other way, but I'm going to leave it. Okay, we're going to call that good. And that's that page. Now let's see what I can do over here. Do I have room to do green? Oh, I do. I could put it there. I actually kind of like it there. I could put that there. And according to the instructions, this is also a tag that you can journal on. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to do that. Ooh, I saved myself. So I'm just going to put that on like that, and then I could journal. And then I really, again, would like this up. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Honestly, I don't know if you're supposed to do that. And I do know that I should journal on it before I put it down. So, but I think I can go back in and still journal. I think I can make that work. The truth of the matter is nobody can read my handwriting anyway. Okay. But I'm just going to slide that under here. Ooh. And then I'm going to put the heart. No, where am I going to put the heart? Maybe I won't put the heart. I feel like it needs it, but this is a sticker. Well, we'll make this happen. I'm going to put the sticker just at the bottom, or the Stampin' Dimensional. Whoops, don't do that. Oh, I may not be able to get this off now. Okay, there we go. It was showing through because I've got too big of a dimensional in here. And just have this go like this. Okay, I have a mess over here. This was definitely, I just basically grabbed elements, did the pictures. There was not a lot of, as you could probably tell, not a lot of forethought with this. So here is, let me raise my camera just a little bit. You can see all my scraps over here. Here's page number 1 or 2 of a 2-page spread. Can you guys see that? Ugh, this is distracting, isn't it? So there you have my 2-page spread for Jasper the Wonder Dog, because he really is a wonder dog. I don't know how well the lighting is for that. Let me turn on my other camera and see if you can see it very well. I can't tell. Oh, a little bit better. Okay, so there you go, friends. If you are an expert scrapbooker, I apologize in advance. But for someone who has never made, let me bring this down. For someone who has never made a scrapbook page before, I'm really happy with this. I'm not going to lie. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And mainly what I love, so let me see if we can get you a closer version of both pages. There's the first one. I have to lift that up a little bit. Here's the first one. And then here is the second one. And I think that makes a really nice spread. I know it doesn't seem like I have enough places to journal, but I could use a black marker and I can write on other places here. Like I could write here and then I've got here, here. So I know that you should have lots of space for journaling. But there we go, friends. I hope you enjoy Jasper the dog. This was a lot of fun for me, I have to admit, and we are getting done just in time because I'm about to have a coughing fit. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I cannot remember who is up next, but the next scrapbooker that is going to be coming up, I think it might be Marion. She's going to do a much better job than I did. But I cannot recommend highly enough this scrapbook kit, any scrapbook kit that Stampin' Up! Sells, because boy, it made doing what I did quick and easy. And the fun part was I didn't even follow the rules. So there you go, my friends. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining us today. You'll really enjoy the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.